Hello guys, this is just a small update video. I'm just gonna talk about three things: what happened, what is going to happen, and I want to make just a small point about safety. First, what happened? Well, I reached Abisko. If you are following me on the Garmin and you suddenly see that there were no tracks anymore, I hope you did not worry. It's just that I really ran out of electricity. It was cloudy all the time, and the solar panel obviously didn't. Well, it could catch what it catched, and the tracking was using quite some electricity, so I had to shut it off. So that's just what I would say. Right now, I'm in Kiruna, and it's only 4 o'clock, and it's pretty much nightfall. I hope you can see something. And I arrived to Abisko safe. I've quite some story to tell, but that's gonna be for the video of this whole trip. I enjoyed quite some few days at Abisko mountain stations. Met quite some people. I mean, like you meet a lot of different people. I met some people from Singapore, from China, from Japan, from Australia, from Holland, from India. I mean, like I met everywhere. Anyway, that's just really a great place. That's why I spent quite some day there. And I was thinking what's gonna be next. And as you know, certainly, I had dropped in different part of the trail supply box, which contained like food and some supply like matches and all these kind of things. And one of them I will not be able to take back. It's the one which is in the middle of the Patilanta National Park. And I'm not gonna pay like an helicopter ride just for that. That's gonna be way too expensive. But I got one that was located in Ritsem. I actually don't know exactly how it came that I got it back, but I got it back, and I'm very happy about that. So I had like let's say a week, 10 days of food. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go back with that. I better have a plan B. And the plan B is inside that. That's my bonus plan. I actually did not plan that. I just had this idea before I left. Like, what if I have extra time? Well, hold on. There. Close. If I have extra time, yeah. Well, this is my plan B. And let's open it and discover what it is. No, I'm kidding. I just know already what it is, but I just wanted to open it. And basically, see, I found this knife, by the way, on the trail. It's really good. I still love mine, and I want to keep mine, but I can have an extra knife. That's okay. It's one from Mora. There we go. I found out that it cost like about 150 euros, something like that. Anyway, so I hope you can see something, but I'm going to go there. And I don't know, I hope you can see map of West Lofoten. If you know Lofoten, you're gonna be like, God damn it, this is like awesome. Okay, this place is, I mean, I've seen pictures of it and you're like, wow. It's in Norway. This is not in Sweden, but it's just a few hours by train to go to Narvik, which is in Norway, and then from there, well, you're gonna see on the adventure. I have a plan on that one. It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be just a few hours travel away. And it's basically a series of islands with like if you know Norway, have like this like not so tall mountains, but like very steep, and it's just at the sea. So you have like these steep mountains and the sea, northern lights, sunset, sunrise. Everything is beautiful over there. I mean, like I had this idea to go there another time, but now that I got some extra day of food, I was like, yeah, why not just go there? So I spent a few days in Kiruna. I'm gonna spend maybe 1 or 2 more, and just geared up a bit more, like getting some extra food, enjoying a bit the city, enjoying a bit civilization. I mean, electricity mostly, and I'm gonna go there. So I'm gonna update, I hope I will have enough time to update my Garmin page where you can see the trail. There will be no trail, I will just show where I'm heading, but the idea, it's a very small, so I'm gonna do a lot of small trails and just gonna spend a week in the mountains. As it's November, because after tomorrow it's November, I'm gonna have very short days, so I'm just gonna spend most of the time at camp. So I'm just gonna find some awesome camp, some awesome place to basically enjoy the view, and just stick there and just go around until I have to go back. And then, well, it will be time to go back to civilization. That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be very, very hard. Anyway, okay, and there were one more point I wanted to make, was about safety. So safety, I want to talk about just mountain safety. You know, when you look at videos, I have looked quite many videos before going to on the Kungsleden and so on. It look easy, it look awesome, and it is, but it's not easy specifically. It's only easy if you have the knowledge for it. And I'm really getting dark. I hope you can still see me. I mean, at least you can hear me. And without sounding actually too dark, the mountains are dangerous, okay? So if you go in a cold environment, you have to be ready for it. You have to know your gears, you have to know your body, you have to know how your body reacts to cold. I mean, like right now I'm standing with like one jacket, my mid layer and base layer. I'm not cold, and I think it's like -12, something like that. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It seems very cold when you see the thermometer, but if you have the right gears, it's totally fine. And actually I made a small fire just there. Just there. It's like I found this small fireplace in the city, and I'm like, yeah, let's enjoy it. So I just want to say, like, in my video I try to make it as real as possible and show not only how easy it is and how beautiful it is, but how real it is, so that you can actually think with the right amount of like preparation. I don't say you need a lot. I mean, I will be the first one to tell you that anybody can do it, because if you look at the beginning of my channel, that's exactly when I started to go outdoors. So I knew nothing, okay, like zero, like I couldn't make a fire, okay. So it's just a matter of learning and getting the right knowledge. Sorry for the cut, I had to put some more firewood in the fire so that I can also lit up a bit my face so you can see me better, and I'm not getting that cold also by just standing still, because yeah, when you stand still it gets colder, and now it may be, yeah, we're getting near to -15 now. Anyway, so my point was, if you want to do the Kungsleden, do it. It's awesome, but be ready for it, okay? It's just like, I've heard so many stories like of people which were not ready for it but still do it, and that's just stupid. That's just, you know, stupid to actually come there and basically have a hard time because you're not ready. And I'm not saying it's all easy and it's all like comfortable all the time. You're in the mountains, you're outdoors. I mean, you can be comfortable all the time if you really are ready for it. But I'm not saying, don't underestimate it, and be aware that, yeah, you go outdoors and you go in the wilderness, so you're on your own and you need to be self-reliant. And well, the great things about being outdoors, from my experience, is that also you can trust, you can trust anybody. As long as you arrive in a bit remote place where basically it's not that touristic, you can trust more or less anybody. I have, like, just as a small story, I have when I was in Actse, just before entering Sarek National Park, I basically gave away, because it was dead weight, I gave away some of my photography gear, which cost basically about like 15,000, which is about more than between 1 and 2,000 euro of photography gear, to somebody. Okay, and can you, because he was going to Civilization the next day, could you please send this back to South Sweden? And he said, yeah, okay, I can do that. And just before I left him, I just asked him, by the way, what's your name? You know, I mean, obviously I asked him different things and so on, but you know, I asked him his name just before I let him go. And thanks for him, thanks to him really, because he really helped me on that one. And I will do the same if basically if somebody will need. And I actually, you know, like when I meet people, you know, if I see they need help, I will try to help them. And if you go outdoors, you should also do the same. If you see somebody needing help, just propose to help or share what you know to help them and so on. Point being, knowledge is the most important things when you go outdoors. It is not you know, if you are in the city environment, you know, every danger are pretty, you know, they show like you know, like don't cross the road, you know, like there is something that show you don't cross the road now, and so that you avoid to get hit by a car. Or when you go outdoors, there is very few indication saying, yeah, cross the river here, you know, I mean, unless there is a bridge. But if you go like really wild, you have to find yourself the less dangerous things to do and where you are the most safe. And this is where you need to rely only on your knowledge. It's not your gear that matter the most, it's really your knowledge. The gears are important, but you can go if you don't have the knowledge and you go in an outdoor shop and just basically spend a hell lot of money, you're just gonna waste it. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna make it, honestly. You just I think it's better if you just buy an helicopter and just go by helicopter there. But it's not because you have the best gear that you're gonna have the best time. It is more because that you know what you are doing when you do it when it's needed, that you're basically gonna have the best time. And it's also rewarding, you know, like to know that you are actually like I think my best feeling, honestly, is not when it's nice weather, is when I'm under the tents that I've set up just before a snowstorm or just before any storm, and like the wind are battering my tent, but my tent is well set up and I know it's well set up, and I'm safe inside, cozy in my sleeping bag, and I'm taking my dinner. That's my best time. That's like rewarding. And then you open your tent, take a glimpse of the mountains, and you're like, wow, this is awesome. This is why I came here. This is just awesome. And like, I think you get my point on that one. Just if you go outdoor, learn. You have many people, many channels on YouTube are basically teaching you different things about how to handle yourself in the forest, how to make fire, and so on and so on. My channel have some content, you can actually watch that can help you. That's also why I make those videos. And if you want, you can also message me. I can answer questions. I'll be very happy to answer questions. But just be ready when you go out. I think just as a small story, when I was talking with the police officer that basically was piloting the helicopter that picked me up in Sarek, he was telling me the story that he picked up somebody in the middle of the national park. So we are talking about the wildest place in Europe. Okay, this is not a place where you want to go unprepared. This is a place where when I was, you know, like at the entrance of the park on top of the mountains, I saw the park from above, and I was like, what the hell am I doing here? Am I ready for it? Yes, but I'm like, you know, a bit of fear in me, you know. But fear is good. Fears keep you alive. It make you check all your gears and so on. And it told me that somebody went alone in the national park without a rain jacket. And I was like, you must be joking. This is like, you know, like something to protect against the wind and the rain or the snow, and the guy did not went without it. I was like, wow, this is just out of the line. Anyway, so just be ready. That's my things. If you get to know, don't be like don't underestimate the mountain. Don't underestimate the power of nature. We're gonna say like that nicely. Don't underestimate how a storm can hit you. Just be ready for the worst and enjoy the best. That's what I say usually. So yeah, I think that will be all for my safety speech. I just hope, maybe somebody will actually, really understand it and basically make himself ready for it, if he had the idea of going outdoors. Anyway, so on that point, I'm gonna leave you. It's getting really dark. Well, it's actually night just, and I'll see you certainly in let's say 10-15 days, something like that, and then I will have a lot of gigabytes of video recording to edit. That's gonna be a hell lot of work. Oh yeah. One last thing, if you're watching this video from YouTube, then if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. If you're watching this video from Facebook, well, I do like my YouTube channel, you can also subscribe to it. Otherwise you can just follow me on my Facebook page, and otherwise you can leave me comment, ask me questions down below, either on YouTube or on Facebook. I will see them and answer them as soon as possible, and let me know what you think. Have a good night.